These are my top 4 reasons why you should be doing a morning walk. And I call it a morning walk and not cardio for that particular reason, that it is a morning walk for most guys. Now, of course, once you're a little bit more advanced, you can do something called cardio. That's an entirely different thing. This is just for everybody. Now, let's put a time frame on it first and foremost. If you are a complete beginner and you are not even able to walk that long or that far, start with a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour. Build it up to the point where half an hour becomes the norm. And when you do this morning walk, a couple of things to consider. You do not want to do the morning walk and be fatigued at the end of it. It's okay to get a light sweat on, a light dab on, your t-shirt can be a little bit wet, but not drenched. Unless you're in a hot country, of course. You're in a hot country, then you're going to be drenched anyway because it's going to be nice and warm when you're walking outside. But you do not want to be panting. You don't want to be out of breath unless you're really unhealthy. Then at first, you're going to have to push yourself a little bit. We don't ever want to feel the walk. That's key here. The next morning, you should never feel like you did the walk 24 hours before. That evening, you should never feel like, you know what, I'm really tired today. It's because of that morning walk. The walk should not affect the rest of your life. So much so, the walk should be so efficient that, if anything, it will aid in recovery. It will aid in sleep. It will aid with anything in life. Now, of course, I'm going to give you the 4 key elements on why you should be doing the morning walk and the main things that it does improve. But that's what I mean by a morning walk. If you're an advanced guy, build it up to 1 hour. Just 1 hour morning walk where it's just you and your thoughts. And I'm going to explain exactly what you should be doing whilst you're on this morning walk. Get up, have a shower, wash your face, do whatever you need to do in the morning. Brush your teeth. I don't wash my face in the morning. I don't know if other guys out there like me do or don't. I never wash my face in the morning. I was just get up, brush my teeth, drink some water. It's very important to drink some water. Always. 1 liter. I would say, I'm not going to say 1 liter is the minimum because it's not. I drink a liter because I have a drink. In fact, you should be able to see it. It's right over there. Perfect product placement. You should be able to see it. 1 liter of water in the morning. Maybe put a little bit of cordial in there if you want a little bit of taste. If you're one of those guys you feel really dehydrated at night, maybe add a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. But make sure you stay hydrated or keep hydrated before. Or if you're a little bit rushed, take one of those drinks on your morning walk. And like I said, start slow. If it feels too easy, start building up the pace. And you should be able to build up the pace so much that you should be able to do 1 hour where you're getting a little light dab on, but you are not taxing your body. Do not be looking at your heart rate monitor watch thinking, how many beats per minute is this in order for me to achieve this or achieve that? None of that matters. Number 1 reason why you should do morning cardio, and that is for your heart. How many times or how often do guys and girls, for that matter, if you're watching this, I know there's not many females that follow me, but if you are, then thank you very much for joining. You may now leave. Exit to your left. How many times do we focus on the heart? How many times do people like, I want a healthy heart? In fact, I'll tell you something. No client has ever contacted me and said, Fadi, I want to improve my heart health. They just don't do it. If you're a coach out there or if you're a guy out there yourself, have you ever thought about improving your heart health? Be honest with yourself. Answer that question to yourself. And anyone around you, has anyone ever sat in a group and said, you know what I want to do? Improve my heart health. We all say, I want a bit more muscle. I want to fill out this t-shirt. I want to fill out this coat. I need to lose my, my spare tire. I want to get a little bit more healthy. But has anyone ever specifically said, I want to improve heart health? No. Which is why it's key to do it, because not many people even know about it. I want to say the easiest way to improve heart health by breathing, of course, but that also includes the lungs, but by moving. When you move, your blood circulates around your body, and guess what? Circulates the blood around the body. The heart. This is what keeps you alive. This is the most important organ out there. Now, I'm sure you can even have, you need a brain, of course, but people are cabbages. We know it. I know people personally myself. I'm sure you guys have heard the stories as well. And you watch the news. People can be paralyzed. There's certain organs that don't work. Maybe you won't live that long if certain organs don't work, of course. But the most important organ that you can't even go for a second without, just 1 second without, and that's your heart. You cut off the supply to that, it's game over, bro. Okay? So you need to look after the heart. There's so many things, so many properties at work you don't even know. Science doesn't even know. You don't need to know what it is either. All you need to know is this one thing will keep you alive. So make sure you get up in the morning, go for a walk for your heart. That's number one. Number two is digestion. Now, digestion is right up there, right the way up there with heart and brain. Obviously, brain different. We're not really training your brain when you're walking, but you can. But I'll explain that later on as well. We're going to get there. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to get there. Now, we've always had that gut instinct, that gut feeling. If you ever have a stomach ache, it will knock you for a six. You won't be able to go for that important meeting. You won't be able to enjoy that birthday, that dinner, that party, that holiday if your stomach is in pain, your stomach is in knots. I remember years ago, caught a flight once. It was a late flight, been up all night, got a little bit of tummy ache, went to Ibiza, had to sleep for 2 days straight. My stomach was just churning like this. It was just excruciating stomach pain. It's the stomach, isn't it? This is it. It's only your stomach. I wasn't injured anywhere. I didn't hurt myself. I didn't fall down and break my leg or break my arm or anything. It was just the stomach. We've all been there. If this is off, everything's off, and you know it. It's one of the most important things. And if you think about it, it's technically not even connected to your body. There's a hole here and there's a hole down there. And then there's a passageway that runs right the way through you. But this is where the body absorbs all the nutrients. This is where everything happens. I'll tell you another thing as well when it comes to bodybuilders. So bodybuilders, obviously, as you know, when they're nearer to a show, they cut the water, they add the salt, and all this kind of shit goes on. I don't know why they do it. It's a bit crazy. Well, we know why they do it. They're trying to look a bit dry. And then they can't pass a stool. They're like really backed up. And if you're a bodybuilder, here's a gem. Go for a walk in the morning. It's not taxing. Your legs are going to be fine. Don't worry about it. You're not going to hold water in your legs. You're only going for a walk. That will help you pass your dinner from the night before. Because you're going to be very dry. You're not going to be drinking water. Walking improves digestion. Walking improves absorption of every single nutrient that you are feeding yourself. If this is healthy, everything else will be healthy. Gut health is the most important thing that you should be focusing on multiple times a day. Even if we're not going throughout the day focusing on heart health, the one thing that you need to focus on multiple times a day is gut health. Am I drinking enough water? Am I eating the right types of foods? Am I eating the right types of foods at the right times with the right things? It's very, very important to make sure you look after your digestion. And one of the main things that does that is going for a walk. Number 3, and everyone's favorite, fat burning. Of course, you're going to be active. The blood is going to be pumping around your system and you are going to burn some fat. Not only are you going to be burning some fat by using the number 2 method, by, of course, helping your digestive system process food better, but you're also going to be actually burning fat because when your body is moving, you're using fuel. The less you're sat down, the more you're stood up, the more you're active, your body is using fuel as energy. You need some sort of energy to walk around to do certain things. And if you're not providing it with energy and you're utilizing more energy by just simply getting up and walking, guess what? You're going to burn fat. So much so that, as you know, bodybuilders will opt for steady state cardio, not because they're lazy, because they will do the most optimal thing that works for them. So when you are doing your morning walk, slow, steady state, fat's burning. If you're a bodybuilder, you're holding on to muscle because glycogen stores are completely depleted. Liver glycogen is depleted. Muscle glycogen is depleted. Your body's going to be burning fat. Now, if you were to do high intensity activity, you have depleted glycogen stores. Your body is going to burn a little bit of fat, but it's also going to need the muscle in order to do the high intensity activity. So you're stuck with a little bit of a conundrum, which means what? Steady state cardio for fat burning properties is better. And reason number 4 for me, which is the most important reason that I go for a walk every morning, is mindset. It really sets you up for the day. It's very, very important to get out there. I mean, my technique is headphones, audiobook, good podcast, go for a walk. With my thoughts sometimes, maybe I'll have them out. I do not listen to music. Clarity for the day. It's the start of the day. You've just woken up. You go through the checklist. Did I wake up early? Did I oversleep? Do I need to go to the gym today? Do I need to go and purchase this? Do I need to go and do this deal? Do I need to make sure I'm spending time with my family, spending time with my kids, making sure food is on the table? All these checklists of things are going through. Am I making sure I'm looking after myself? Am I making sure my heart's healthy? My health is in check? Because if your health isn't in check, all those other things that you can think about, I need to go and buy that car, or I need to go on holiday, or I've got this property to sign over, or I have all these things going on in life. None of that means dick, bro, if you don't have your health. So health is number 1. And not only physical health, but mental health. A healthy mind cannot live inside an unhealthy body, and vice versa. You need to be healthy on the outside. I always say first, if you get healthy on the outside first, then you can start focusing on the mind. If you do it the other way around, I think it's almost difficult. I think it's almost impossible. And I don't think many people that can do it. Because if you did have a healthy mind in a very out of shape, fat body, then I would say, then why do you have a fat, out of shape body? Which means what? You lack discipline. And if you lack discipline, you haven't got a healthy mind. You might have a mind that can make money, because making money is completely different. Let's understand this thing first, guys. Get these two things away from each other. Making money and a healthy mind are not the same thing. I know many people out there who are very smart, but very unhealthy. Being smart does not mean you have a healthy mind. A healthy mind is a mind that's like a chilled garden. That's what a healthy mind is. A Zen garden. That is what a healthy mind is. And it's very difficult to be in a Zen garden if the all outside is turmoil. If outside is harmonious and chilled and relaxed, the garden will be well kept inside. You have to plant the seeds. And planting the seeds in your mind or what? Not just going out visually seeing this, seeing that. Yeah, of course, that is all of it. Listening to audiobooks, reading books, all this kind of shit. I agree with it. It is planting the seeds, but what's more important? Most important thing to plant seed is get up, do your press-ups, do your sit-ups, go for a morning walk. Make sure you go to the gym. Make sure you spend time for yourself. That is the most important thing. So there you have it, guys. My 4 reasons why you should go for a morning walk every single day for the rest of your life. Hopefully this gave you some value. Comment down below, like, and please subscribe.